Pokemon trainers, welcome back to another Beast EM2 video. Today we're going to be showcasing Lucario, Toxapex, and Sigilyph in the Catch Cup. So let me go ahead and jump right into the video. So Sigilyph is just a Pokemon I threw in here because I was able to catch one during GoFest. And I had one still in research task, so I was able to sneak it past the September 1st date. And I was like, you know what, let's go ahead and run it because you rarely see this Pokemon. Let's see how it could perform in the Catch Cup. So I threw it in with my previous team of Lucario and Toxapex. And we're going to go ahead and check out the battles right here. Don't forget to leave a like on the video so that could help the channel grow. And let's go ahead and jump right into the commentary. So that Wigglytuff did nothing to our Toxapex with that Ice Beam. They're going to be bringing in Lapras, so we know we need to throw Sludge Waves. There's no reason to throw Brine because that's going to be resisted. And Lapras is very, very tanky. Fortunately, it's not going to be an Ice Shard Lapras, so they are going to take a little bit longer to get to the charge move. So we're going to be able to throw another Sludge Wave, and we're able to pick up the shield right there. Because we know a Lapras and it's just going to be Surf Ice Beam, there's no need to use up any of our shields as we are going to probably able to get to another Sludge Wave. But I throw Brine just in case I couldn't get to it in time, and I didn't want to use a shield. So as you can see there, we are able to land it, but Lapras is able to survive, and they're going to be able to pick up the switch advantage. So we're going to be bringing in Lucario. Lucario now versus this Skarmory. Skarmory is looking to be a very big problem right here. Lucario is going to be doing somewhat decent damage, but now in comes Sigilyph. The thing I noticed about Sigilyph is that it's very, very glassy, but we're going to be able to farm it down with the Skarmory right there. So GG's to my opponent. Let's go and jump into the next battle right here. Lucario versus Quagsire. This matchup, we just need to watch out for those Aqua Tails because it's a very, very spammy move. As you can see there, we're going to be able to throw that Power Up Punch. And right here, we did a little mistake because we tried getting to the Shadow Ball, but we realized we were going to get farmed down. So we're just throwing Power Up Punch. No shield whatsoever, so my opponent knows his stuff right there. So now we're going to be able to... We have to shield this because Synchronize is also a very, very big challenge right there. It's a very big threat. So that triple axle comes in. We're able to farm it down though regardless. Now we're going to be throwing up Brines right here versus this Steelix. And Steelix would have been perfect if we lined it up with our Lucario. But unfortunately, as you saw in that previous, we tried getting to the Shadow Ball, and that Shadow Ball was just never going to get it. We were just never going to get to it. So right here, our main play is going to be to try to save our last shield for the Sigilyph, because we need to find out what is we need to find out if we're going to be able to get to any charge move with our Sigilyph. Steelix throws those breaking swipes, just lowering our attack more and more. As you can see here, Brine right there is doing a decent amount of damage. We are able to swap our Pokemon, and I was pretty much thinking about swapping into Lucario to try to get any counter damage that we can. As you can see, we're still not knocked out, which is perfect. We're going to be able to throw one last Brine. And just as you can see that we bring in Lucario to try to sneak, and we're able to knock out the Steelix perfectly right there. Now Quagsire comes back in. There is a little bit of a glitch. Sigilyph now is going to be coming in, but if you know, Quagsire has access, I believe, to Stone Edge. So Sigilyph is a flying type, and we're able to not beat that Quagsire. We get almost one-shotted by that Stone Edge. So GG's to my opponent. That's the thing about Sigilyph. You really can't take any hits, but I decided to run it just to have some fun. So as you can see here, we are going to be swapping into our Sigilyph because we have access to Ancient Power. This Pelipper decided to stay in here. So we're going to be throwing Ancient Power. And like I said, Sigilyph is not a Pokemon that everybody uses. So they don't know the moveset, and we're able to knock out that Pelipper perfectly. They bring in their Umbreon. We have access also to Signal Beam, which is going to be doing super effective damage to that Umbreon. But we are going to let that Sigilyph go down towards that Foul Play, so we could line up our Lucario against this Umbreon and not have to use our second shield early on in the matchup. Foul Plays are going to be resisted. I've noticed that because it's a Catch Cup, you're not seeing much of the legacy moves because you have to TM them. Unless you're using a Pokemon from a community day within the past 3 months. So they bring in Clodsire. We are a little boosted, so we're going to be able to throw this Shadow Ball right here. Clodsire gets hit massively right there. I did more than half of its health. And now we don't really need to worry about any charge move right here. Sludge Bomb is going to be resisted, which is going to allow us to get to another power up punch right there. And we're going to be doing good damage. As you can see there, we are going to be getting close to another power up punch, but we over tapped, and now we are forced to use our second shield. Since Sigilyph is down, we don't need to worry about our shields right there, and we're able to pick up the win. So GG's to my opponent. This matchup is perfect for us. They bring in Charizard, and we're going to be going straight into our Toxapex. Because we know it has a Blast Burn and we are part Water type, we don't need to shield that first one. As you can see there, now we're going to be able to throw Brine to be doing super effective damage, and they don't shield, so that knocks them out. They bring in their Umbreon, which is going to be perfect. That right there. We do win switch, so we're going to be able to line up our Lucario against that Umbreon very, very comfortably. As you can see there, we're going to be throwing Sludge Wave right here to try to do as much damage as we possibly can. That Sludge Wave goes through, and now Umbreon right here, we're going to get very, very close. We already got it to more than half health. And now we're going to be bringing in Lucario once again. Lucario is just that Pokemon that I feel like is very, very good in all. I have yet to gotten the Hundo to run it in the Master League, but when I do manage to get one, I will be trying to run it in the Master League because it is just a nice Pokemon to use. Very glassy, but very strong. As you can see, no shields have been used, so it's going to be all up to Sigilyph right here to try to pick up the win. Again, we do need to throw Ancient Powers though to pick up shields and to try to get that attack boost. They bring in their Umbreon, and I believe we're going to be trying to just go for the straight farm down because, like I said, we are very, very weak. We only have one shield. As you can see there, that Air Slash comes through, which is going to get it very, very low. We're able to shield a foul play, and we're able to farm down that Umbreon with our Sigilyph. So GG's to my opponent. Let's go ahead and jump into the next battle of the video. Lucario versus Gligar. Right here, our main play is going to be to go for the Shadow Balls. Power Up Punch will not touch that Gligar at all. We are going to be shielding up that Dig because Dig would knock us out in one shot. We're going to be able to get to this Shadow Ball, and look at how much damage that did. And we're able to farm down the Gligar with our Lucario, so perfect. We were attempting to get to another Shadow Ball, we couldn't, which is going to be okay. We bring in our Sigilyph because those Air Slashes will be doing super effective damage. And like I said, those Ice Punches hurt so much. One Ice Punch got us to over less than half health, which is crazy to me. As you can see, Sigilyph is very glassy but a very fun Pokemon to use. So if you by somehow went to GoFest in August and you kept one in your field research and you just want to have fun for a little bit, I would recommend you bring in Sigilyph because it's a very, very spicy pick. You don't see it in the leagues too often. So we're going to be throwing that Signal Beam because we know it's a grass type, and this is going to be a massive threat. As you can see there, they managed to shield, and we're going to be able to line up our Toxapex with this Blossom, and those poison jabs are going to be hitting the Blossom very, very hard. We do need to just get to one Sludge Wave, or I think maybe even one Brine, but just to be safe, because we know we're going to be able to tank some of the charge moves. We're going to get to the Sludge Wave, and you can see there we're getting very, very low, but we should be fine because of that poison typing. Leaf Blade doesn't knock us out, and we're going to be able to get to the Sludge Wave and call it a good game. So there you guys have it, Sigilyph in the Catch Cup. Let me know what you guys think down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next video.